It's been devastating for all of us in the community.
This is a great way to honor Sam.
It was just really about healing and letting everyone know what you're struggling with, what you needed.
We will get through this.
My family and the Freeman family all love you. We're all strong, and we're even stronger when we're all together.
It has certainly been an incredible journey of loss and healing over the last 2 years since a gunman opened fire at Freeman High School. Thanks for being here with us tonight. I'm Whitney Ward.
It's good to have you with us. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Today marks 2 years to the day when the Freeman community changed forever. A student brought a rifle and a handgun into the high school just as classes began and started shooting, killing one student and wounding 3 more.
So on this somber anniversary, students and community members gathered to pause and pay tribute to the life that was lost, as well as those changed forever. As KREM2's Tim Pham shows us, tonight was all about being Freeman strong.
For some, it's hard to believe the shooting happened 2 years ago today at Freeman High School. If you think about it, there have now been 2 classes that have graduated, but there are still 2 grades of students who were here on that very day.
When you turn into Freeman High School, you can't miss the large block letters letting people know who drive by this community is Freeman strong. For 2 years, it's been a phrase that's more than just words. To the Freeman community, it's who they are. While the pain of losing their classmate Sam Strahan will never go away, they find comfort in each other tonight on the football field. With arms wrapped around each other, they stood in a moment of silence, lit candles, and sent off a lantern for Sam. Out of respect for the students, we didn't talk to them on camera, but Freeman's principal shared a speech read by the students at the ceremony. Today is a day for us to do what we need in order to help ourselves as well as others through this journey. We don't intend to use today as one to dwell on, but rather to remember the bravery and heroism that was shown by Sam Strahan. Freeman High School is dedicating September as a month of service to honor Sam. Students say Sam had a generous and compassionate heart. It's why, as a community, they'll help 2 local nonprofits. Sam would have been a senior this year, which makes tonight even more difficult for his classmates, but they know he'll always be with them.
I spoke to the principal tonight, and she tells me that while today is the actual anniversary of the shooting, it's really a difficult week for the entire community. It's why support staff and counselors are available. Reporting in Freeman, I'm Tim Pham, KREM2 News.
Well, attendance was strong today at Freeman High School, but class was optional for students.
Remember You was written by local student Jenna Reese. She wrote that song to honor Sam. It also helped the community heal during that difficult time. She made a music video earlier this year that was filmed at Freeman High School.
And Sam's closest friends were a part of it. Her song was released on iTunes, and the proceeds went to a Freeman High School fund to help students and families affected by the tragedy. Meanwhile, the custodian who confronted the shooter was also honored for his heroism. Joe Bowen received the Governor's Life-Saving Award.
That award is given to a person who performs a life-saving effort while on the job. Bowen's bravery stalled the shooter, giving the school resource officer enough time to arrest him. As for the accused gunman, a judge ruled earlier this summer that he will be tried as an adult. He was 15 at the time of the shooting. All right, in other news, it is Friday night in mid-September, which means a busy night of high school football, but perhaps the biggest game tonight was played down in Texas.
Yes, indeed. Washington State playing against Houston tonight. Brenna Green joins us now to break down a hard-fought game. Brenna.
WSU winners tonight, 31-24. They advanced to 3-0. This first down run from Max Borghi with 1:25 left sealed the game for WSU, but let's delve deep into the drive that won the contest. 10:39 in the first. We got to remind you where this started, on the 5-yard line, and the first play was not pretty. Anthony Gordon overthrows Max Borghi and nearly throws a pick, but he'd recover big time. Dumps the ball off to Tay Martin on 1st and 10, and he is gonzo, 33 yards. Brandon Arconato had a 31-yard reception before this, but sometimes you forget to hit record after the commercial. Then it's Tay again, a huge first down on 2nd and 14. WSU in the red zone. Very next play, Gordon fires a rocket to Travell Harris. The Cougs would go up 28-17, and the closest Houston would get after that was within 4 points. But let's talk about two of WSU's other touchdowns. The long ball, the Cougs' friend this evening. This one to Aesop Winston for 39 yards in the second quarter. And then this ball to Des Patman for, you guessed it, 39 yards just in the third quarter. Feels like you're watching a replay of these touchdowns, and it probably is the same play, to be honest. Des and Aesop are both Z receivers. Anthony Gordon tonight went 36 of 48 for 440 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He averaged 9 yards per catch, aka basically a first down every catch. Brandon Arconato, huge for the Cougs tonight as well. 9 receptions for 115 yards, so he's still the team's leading wide receiver after not catching a single pass last year. By the way, the first 3 passes of this sequence were back-to-back and set up the Des Patman touchdown you just saw. The most concerning thing tonight for the Cougs, their defense's inability to tackle. In particular, Houston quarterback De'Eric Henry. This play made me lose my mind because it was on 3rd and 4. Houston got their first touchdown of the game on that drive, and it could have easily been avoided. Mike Leach said at halftime that his team's tackling was a major problem in the first half. WSU's run defense has been a bit suspect for the first 2 games. Tonight, we found out just how suspect. This is something WSU will have to clean up if they want to compete in the Pac-12. Another thing they need to clean up are penalties. 11 penalties for 132 yards. That is a major eek. Up next for the Cougs is the Pac-12 slate. They take on a down UCLA squad in Pullman next Saturday at 7:30. That's it for me. We'll be right back.